Yeah, I'm giving up ace of spades. This is my bluffing hand here, I guess. Doesn't get way better than that. We're good to go. If he has a king, that's fine. If not, that's fine. And if he calls something better that is not a king, even better for him. Right, let's see. A little more high stakes action here. We got 4 tables here. Pretty nice lineups. Some very good drags, some recreational players. I'll explain a little while things go. Let's have a look. We have a 25-50 table on the top left, another one with ante on the top right. We got another one bottom left, and I think a 10k table bottom right. This here, queen 8-7. Now we got 12 outs pretty much. He can definitely have jack 9 offsuit, so I don't want to overdo it with like large-ish bets. So I go with 75. I definitely want to bet this hand. Just too much equity. I'm just targeting something like king 8. He might have some kind of 7-6 is hating life now, folding out stuff like that. Jack deuce suited. I think we need the miracle ace of clubs jack here for him to win, or a random nut flush draw. But I think we still have like 50 to 100 bucks EV in this pot, mostly losing to an 8-9, 10 jack, queen X type hand. Here we go. Perfect river. The really perfect river. Bottom left, definitely check calling. No other option on that ace 8-3 board. Would be interesting to think about how much he's c-betting, since he shouldn't go 100%. 7 is a decent card. I have lots of offsuit 2 pairs on that card. I have 8-7 and ace-7 both offsuit. I can navigate easily once he starts overbetting there. I'm just thinking about the sizing I'm going to use. I'm a little confused by that. So let's go 3.7x. Doesn't make sense in theory, but I like to continue with that small bet here to just navigate through the pot a little better. Getting value from king 8 here works out nice. Queen 7-3. I think he has lots of king 10 offsuits in the limp calling range, stuff like that. So I like betting very, very high frequency here. And I very much like that 6 on the turn. So yeah, again, he doesn't hit that 6 too well. Maybe some 4-5 suited, which I'd rather expect in a limp raising range or an open raising range. So I'm not really scared of that, which means for my range, I can implement an overbetting range here with pretty much everything that beats queen jack, something like that, to have the goal of going directional in, depending on the river card. Pocket 6 is definitely being a part of that. And a deuce is just another perfect card, and we are going to rip it all in. So tough is just to find the correct bluffs here in not too high of a frequency. We can jam like ace queen plus, I guess. Natural bluffs on the turn are like 10-9, 10-8, 8-9. They all bust, so we cannot take all of them. There's no flush draw that we can use for like blocking, unblocking. So we just rather go with the randomizer and bluff sometimes and sometimes not. So value bets are easy. They just jam all the time, and we get the fold. 7-6 suited, queen X board, non-connected. I have more queen X than he does, so yeah, I can easily range bet. Having a 6 is obviously extra nice. Both happy with a call and with a fold. This is interesting. He has 7s, 8s, 9s, 10s, even some jacks. That's what's beating me. Obviously some queen X that didn't fast play. So the question is, where do my better pockets want to go? How much value do I have from like ace X, stuff like that? So I have one more street. I think I prefer taking it now. Getting calls from some ace highs. Not this time. Trying to follow the action rather closely here to see what's going on, especially with like players that I'm not very familiar with. 7-5 suited, again, it's an option to open raise the cutoff, but in like a very tough lineup, I rather skip some 0 EV spots and stay a little on the tighter side. King queen off under the gun, clear open raise. Let's see, we got limitless Viktor Malinovsky joining the table. Always great to have some good company here. And we got the small blind flat from ZVIP. I could decide to check back now and have no trouble just being face up with a queen just all day long, or just use like a min bet strategy, something like that. Actually, having spades, I prefer that slightly. Getting the snap fold there from like pocket, probably. Ooh, that would have been interesting. Bottom left, clear 3-bet with ace-king offsuit. Some low frequency call. And against Bubu Marian, clear check call. Against like a smallish sizing, 40%, something like that. Check calling king. No reason to donk, even though I hit 2-pair. Let's just see how things go. I'm super happy to not see his large sizing, which usually is a sign of strength, or just very polarizing. He has his bluffs as well. And now he might have like some 6-5 every now and then, but I have a clear big-ish value bet. Getting that fold, okay. Bottom right, 3-betting ace-7 of clubs against this player here on that board. I'm not sure whether I want to go half pot or just small. I think small is good. Snap call and turn flush. So that is so far so good. Lose to pocket 10s, 10-9 suited. It's 3 combos, pocket 10s, 2 combos, 10-9 suited. 1 combo, king jack of clubs while just calling my flush draw here. And yeah, we'll start polarizing here. Let's see on that paired board how big we want to go on the river, but not interesting. Half pot is interesting. So Mark is check raising here. He either has a flush draw, an ace, or a backdoor flush draw. Against all of that, I'm just doing very, very, very poorly. Right? He might have some 3-4 of diamonds, which usually gives up the turn. So actually my 7 high flush draw is just a fold here, I guess. And for the 3-bet there, 5-6 suited, not too often, just sometimes. Got to double check for the sizes. This is a very, very large 4-bet. Against that, actually, this hand type gets worse. Price is just too bad. You want to have like a large SPR when you play those hands, like preferably 150 big blinds, or just like a smaller 4-bet, and then you can just like navigate a little better. It's like rather 0 EV whether we defend or not, but I'm just letting it go. And rather play ace queen on queen queen deuce like a real nit. So definitely range betting here again. We had that before. We can re-raise with some small frequency, but usually not, just answering by calling. He can definitely have some pocket 3s sometimes, so just to keep that in mind. While in that anti-game, I do play with a flatting range in the small blind, and then Jack 10 of hearts fits in perfectly. We're definitely just using a small size here. Facing third pot from Juan here, ace Jack 10. Definitely have king queen off as well, so we are very, very, very protected. Tell us this is a hand that is happy to go for 2 streets, but not really more. Villain has like, wow. Villain has king queen, all offsuit combos, 8-9 suited. Villain has obviously aces. Ace Jack, Ace 10 as well. Gotta switch here to go for my cold 4-bet. And that Jack 10 is a crystal clear call as well. Rivering a flush here. Yeah, no reason to donk or anything. Maybe a small donk can make sense, but Villain is protected with king queens and all the flushes himself. So it does not really, yeah, it's not like such a changing card, even though I don't get any more value from ace 4 of clubs. Okay, so we got ace queen of clubs here. Juan did defend against the cold 4, and on that board we can bet pretty much full range. We block king queen suited, which is good, and we will often end up barreling that hand. Actually, I start off a little smaller here on that board. Just he can have 4-5, 5-6 suited, pocket 7s, pocket 6s, and they are just very, very, very shitty. We are unblocking ace queen of diamonds, ace jack of diamonds, and so on. They are, I mean, it's still good for us if they fold. And yeah, we are going all the way, I guess, with that hand. Ooh, this is interesting. That deuce. So don't want to have spades necessarily, even though he could jam some on the turn. Yeah, I'm giving up ace of spades. This is my bluffing hand here, I guess. Doesn't get way better than that. I have more king X than he does. So we're good to go. If he has a king, that's fine. If not, that's fine. And if he calls something better that is not a king, even better for him. Top right, bottom right, we face that very large turn bet, which makes my ace indifferent right away. Yeah, and there I have actually better calling hands than my ace 7, I guess. Yeah, let's be a nit and fold. Ah, damn it. Queens. Interesting. I'm surprised that he slow plays queens there. I mean, no, it's standard. I messed up positions. But I think my most likely bluff is just the ace queen. So yeah, pocket queens. I mean, the queen of spades doesn't matter. That's a good calling hand. I have king queen suited, 1 combo left. I have all the ace king offsuit. I mean, it should be a pretty indifferent catcher. I just think that jacks are a slightly better catcher. Gotta run the spot. Nice hand. So let's actually ask Fedor. Let's use that ask Fedor move here to see whether we played the hand fine or how Fedor would have played. Maybe different turn sizing, changing the plan from there. Oh, we got the 4.5 or 5 stars. Yeah, we got a double check on this one. I'm just testing around with this ask Fedor thing here. I do not really see the check on the flop. I think I've seen cold 4-bet spots in this here. I mean, we have clubs and no backdoor therefore, but I think range betting there is definitely very, very cool. And then from then on, going for all the way should make some sense. So yeah. King 9. I think all the king X are splitting. Boo Boo can have some king queen. Everything else is splitting. He's not checking back 2-pair. So I start off by betting big here and I get the snap fold. And pocket jacks here, I think. Go for a small bet now. Taking this one down as well. Yeah, again here I'm a little looser from the cutoff because Bubu Marian is almost not 3-betting. I think actually I can go with King 8 off here as well. I raised King 9 before, which I definitely want to do. King 8 is a stretch, but should be fine-ish. Ace King 7, starting off with a check again, trying to get one block bet in at some point. This is the sizing I'm still happy with. I think he's like strong hands, mainly just betting large. Let's see. Hoping for a check now. And no reason to value bet here. Let's go for check, see the hand he did bet with. He's not really bluffing rivers so far. So I won't take this hand to look him up. Maybe like a third pot bet. Check, check, and he did stab with Queen Jack of clubs. Okay, so small bet was I'm very interested in this hand, but I don't have it right now. Something to keep in mind. Here I rolled an ISO again, even though it's tough to play against Ignacio. Snap call again, okay. This board I'm playing with a half pot c-bet. Let's see when he ends up overbetting or check raising this time. Oh, definitely now. I'm forced to check back, unfortunately. Hope to check down at some point. I have lots of strong hands here. The jack is actually a very good card for my range. Unfortunately not for my hand. And he has plenty of jack X. Whew. Okay, just a block bet this time. 4-5, 5-6. 6-4 bust, which he shouldn't let him call offsuit. So then there's only offsuit high cards. I need him to turn something into bluff. Snap, block. He's playing like 12 tables or so. So I don't believe it. I think this is like a jack a lot. I think he needs to find some bluffs that are not super intuitive for like snapping when playing a gazillion tables. So let this one go again.
I hope you enjoyed this video. If you want to support the channel and stay always up to date, then leave a subscribe here or check out our next video.